This is the Counselor Corner podcast, and yeah, it's me, your host, Michael. Today we're going to talk about social anxiety. Social anxiety is a lot different from what people think it is. Um, there's two things I want to address. Is that it's not agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is just when you're afraid to leave the house. Social anxiety is just that you get nervous just being around people, and a lot of people struggle with it. I mean, I struggle with it too. I just, I just can't. There's only so much I can take, But like, I recognize that, but it does not hinder me. It's not like I cannot have a conversation with my boss or something like that. It's not like that I can't have a conversation with my coworker. It's not like I can interact appropriately on the outside. Social anxiety is pretty much what it is. You have a tendency to have this fear of people, whether or not that's appropriate. Now, some people think that, oh, I just don't know. People just don't know how to act appropriate around other people, but that's usually not the case. You're afraid of something. Maybe they don't like you. Maybe they do like you. Maybe you're afraid of whatever it is. Or just get nervous. I mean, it's a lot different when you think about it because social anxiety is not the same as being introverted. A lot of people are introverted, but they actually have extroverted tendencies. They just know how to adapt to their environment. Like, for instance, I had a person I worked with. She told me that I was definitely an extrovert. I was like, nope. I do not get energy about being around people. I get my energy from being alone. You know. But that's just the way it is. But that's not social anxiety. Social anxiety is a disorder that, to this point, that this is hindering their lives, their daily function, which is an important concept to understand because if it's not one of the things that has to go on is that it must be affecting your everyday life. If it's not affecting your everyday life, then it's not a disorder. Like, people come to me, it's like, oh, I have this. I was like, how is this affecting you? And it's like, so it's not affecting you. You just don't like it. So, let's talk about paranoia and then let's accepting the fact that's not. Some people live a great life, with depression. A lot of people live a great life with schizophrenia, It does not mean it's a disorder. Disorder has to be a hindrance to you and your daily functioning. And there are people who are scared of people. Heck, people scare me. I scare myself. Oh, But it's just understanding that this is just because you are afraid of walking up to some random person does not mean you have social anxiety. You might be nervous, but sometimes that's situational. Here's the thing. Here's an important thing to realize. It's like, you guys have a tendency to do this, especially when they see a beautiful woman. They're afraid to talk to her. Heck, I'm afraid to talk to women. Beautiful woman. Yeah, I'm going to be afraid to talk to you. I don't know, but how this person is going to respond to me. But I know that it's going to be okay because life will have to move on. Because it's like, just because you're afraid of something does not mean does does not mean that you can do. Does not mean life will stand still. Sorry about that. That's a little bit about my ADHD. Um, but I want you guys to realize this is that not all the time that just because you have these symptoms does not mean you're going to. Don't diagnose yourself. Heck, I don't even like diagnosing people because that's not who they are. It's an insurance. A lot of times it's an insurance thing, and it's like there's literally nothing wrong with you, and you just need to figure. We just need to figure what's going on. Anyway, next week what we're going. Well, whenever I get around to it, not next week. We're going to talk a little bit about PTSD. PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder, but we'll talk more about it next time. All right? Catch you later.